Welcome back, everybody. I hope you had a good little break. We are now in a session titled Find Your Light, Indigenous Land-Based Programming with Faith Turner from TCL Initiatives. Faith is Cree Dean, born and raised in Edmonton, Alberta, Moose Cree First Nations member. She's got many titles, some of which are Indigenous Focusing Oriented Trauma Therapy Specialist, YWCA Life Coach Level 2, Indigenous Full Spectrum Doula, Indigenous Tools for Living Facilitator, Traditional Family Parenting Facilitator, Diploma in Native Social Service Worker, Writer, 2021 Cohort for Indigenous Writers, Circle of Audible, and Blue Jays Care Foundation National Mentor. Faith also has developed and delivered Indigenous land-based program called Take Care of Your Light under TCL Initiatives. Quite the resume. It's all yours, Faith.
Hi, welcome to Find Your Light, which is part 2 of a series under TCL Initiatives. This entire program is based on land, art, and story. So today you will find these components as part of this workshop. So what I'm going to do is start to share my screen here. And if you can, hold on. If you can, share where you are coming from in the chat while I get this going. Where am I at? Okay, sorry. Here we are. Uh-oh, we're at the end. There we go. Okay, so welcome. I'd like to say Wajay and welcome to each and every one of you. I'm so glad you could join us today. My name is Faith Turner and I am a Moose Cree First Nation member, and I'm joining you all the way from Moose Factory Island up in James Bay, Ontario. So if you can, please share where you are joining us from in the chat. We are going to start with a guided imagery exercise. Okay. Oops, sorry. I don't know how to go backwards. Hold on. Let me just try and fix that. I can't even see my Zoom. Hello, is everyone there?
Yeah, we are here.
Okay, good. All right. Uh-oh. Ah, sorry. Now, go all the way. Here we are. All right. So after all that, we're going to take a few minutes to relax, and we're going to close our eyes and try and get as comfortable as you can. You're going to imagine that you are out on the land, and you're going to look around and see what kind of land you are on. Is it mountains, or is it by a river, or is it in the trees? And you're going to take the time to look around and see what kind of sky it is. Is it blue? Are there clouds? Is it morning? Is it sunrise? And then think about the trees. What kind of trees are there around? Now, this place can be somewhere you've been before. It could be ancestral territory that you remember, or it could be somewhere from your imagination. And you're just going to take your time there and spend time there and try to think about water. What kind of water would be there? A lake or a river or an ocean? And how is that water? Is it still? Is it like a babbling brook, like a stream running over rocks? And then just imagine everything around you and how it all is for you. And take time and take a deep breath. And remember this place because you can come back to it anytime you want. And you need to reset. And just slowly come back to the room where you are at. Okay. So the next part of the presentation is I will be sharing with you a dream that I had, how the name came to be for Take Care of the Light. It was a dream I've had quite a long time ago now. It's been about 10 years when I first had this dream. And it was a very powerful dream. I dreamt that I was helping to prepare a teepee. I was getting it ready with other helpers, and then people were gathering in the teepee. I came into the teepee towards the end, and I was at the back. And as I watched, there was two elders in the middle, and one had a hand drum, and one was speaking to the people one by one before and then they would leave the teepee. So when it came around to my turn, I got up and I went to go speak to the elder, and he told me, take care of the light. And then I left into the out the door, and the sun was shining on me. And when I woke up, it was so powerful. I kept thinking about this dream. I didn't share it with anyone except my husband. So no one knew about it, but I always thought about it because the message was so powerful to me. I felt that it was important to, like it felt like that message meant something, and I had to find out what it meant. So for years and years, I studied. I went to art therapy and all different kinds of training, and it was actually at NAN when I first. I guess I had. They gave us rocks. I actually have my rock right here. So they told us to choose a rock. They also told us to bead something onto cloth. And so I beaded that message and I embroidered it, and it said, take care of the light. And that I have that here right now too. But another part of the story is that I had taken it to a sweat, and this was about 5 years after the dream. And I still hadn't told anybody about it. And I was holding that bundle, that cloth that I beaded at that conference, and it had said, take care of the light, and I was holding it, and they gave me my name, and they said, her name is Gabe That Washte Way Out. And I didn't know what it meant. I didn't know the interpretation until the end. And they told me, your name is She Who Brings Light. And I was just shocked because I did, it went with my dream. So it was really, and I was holding that cloth, so that bundle with me, but I had wished I had opened it up and showed them what I was holding. But that was a very special time for me. And from there, I went to trauma training and specialized training for all different things, but it always went back to working with youth. So that is where I ended up specializing in with the trauma therapy training. I always focused my work on children and youth. And so I developed worksheets working with them. I worked as a school clinician, and the education lead had mentioned to me that they were having difficulties sometimes, like with finding Indigenous resources. And she said, if you can, it'd be good if you could develop more resources for because at that time I was working within a school setting. So I began developing Take Care of Your Light. It's a series of 5 baskets for working with children and youth, and I used it one-to-one, and then in group settings. I used it in school settings. I used it at a crisis support center for women. So I used it with families and mothers with children that experience trauma. I also used it for youth, for the Blue Jays Care Foundation. I delivered workshops for them in a group of about 100 young ladies, Indigenous youth. Also working with children in care. So this program has worked in a variety of settings. And so that's my dream. Let me see where I'm at here. Just a minute. Okay, so here we are. We're gonna work on some exercises together. This is Take Care of Your Light with the power of 4. And this is best done in the sunlight in the morning. This is a way to find your light to start your day. And we're going to start with breath work. It's very simple. We're going to take a deep breath all the way to your belly. And you're going to hold to 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And breathe all the way out. So I usually do this 4 times. You can try it a few more times if you'd like. So deep breathing is one of the body's strongest self-healing tools. It lowers blood pressure, reduces heart rate, decreases stress hormones, exercises the lungs, increases physical and mental energy, and improves immunity. Breath work is the quickest way to take our bodies out of fight or flight mode and regulate our system during times of stress. So the next one is sunrise affirmations. So affirmations are positive statements you make to yourself. So when you're counting to 4, when you're doing the deep breathing, sometimes I add affirmations as part of that when you're counting to 4. So in my mind, I'm like, and then so I choose 4. So I am happy, I am healthy, I am strong as my ancestors, I am free. These words you might not feel are true at first, but words are powerful, and the words we have been told or telling ourselves can make us self-destructive. To change your way of thinking is one of the first steps to changing your world. Be kind with yourself and come from a place of love. Tell yourself good things and keep your outlook positive by adjusting your thoughts.
I am a warrior. I'm a visionary. I am sacred. I am happy. I am healthy. I am wealthy. I am free. I am filled with my ancestors' knowledge. I am tall as a mountain. I am deeply rooted like a tree. I am free to move like water. I am able to touch the sky. I am powerful. I am a part of the earth and stars. I am warm as sunshine.
Okay,
I am
that
a
was
bright
just a
light.
quick
I am loved. I am
video
capable.
of
I am healing. I am
a
the
list of
future.
affirmations that we could use when doing the affirmations part. And then the next is spending time in gratitude. So for this, you just choose 4 people or things in your life that you are grateful for. So every day when I do this, I do the breath work, the affirmations, and then I choose 4 people or things in my life that I'm grateful for that day. So if you can take a moment and just think of 4 people or things that you are grateful for today. Okay, so the next part is the medicine jar exercise. So you can't see me right now, but I'm going to be sharing with you in a few minutes on camera. But I have a jar, and inside the jar is paper with different, it's cut up into, there's paper cut up into small pieces, and you can write ways to take care of your light, your spirit. And so I'll pull out 4 and I'll give you examples. So 1, read a new book. Make a thank you card. Find a special rock. And the 4th one, use water to reset your mood. So in a day, I would try to use those throughout the day at some point. And then that's it for the power of 4. So it's really like, it's as quick as you need it to be, and it keeps you focused and lets you spend time with yourself and your thoughts and what you need to help you in your day as educators and helpers. And you give a lot of your time to everybody else, and it's good to spend that time for yourself. Okay, now let's see if I can switch this. Okay, oops. Hi, everyone. Are you there?
Yes, we are here.
Hello. Okay, good. Okay, so, okay. So for this part, so this is the worksheet. And now if you want to incorporate this into your classrooms, the Power of 4 can start your day in a good way. You can start with 4 deep breaths, 4 affirmations. For children, it's best to just choose a set of 4 to use. So I am happy, I am healthy, I am smart, I am ready to learn. You can even have gestures with that. I am happy, I am healthy, I am smart, I am ready to learn. And then they could choose 4 people or things that they are grateful for. You can use the worksheet, or you can just have them think of it, and then you can choose 4 students to share who they chose or what they chose for what they're thankful for that day. And then you can have a classroom jar that you can work on together. And then just have the different jar of ideas for self-regulation and to build character and confidence to tackle your day. So let's see. On here we have kindness, sit in the sunshine, draw, find a special rock to hold on to when you are nervous, deep breaths, kindness. So I can, if you put your, well, actually, what you could do is email me at faithturner@live.ca and I can send this to you today. And we're ready for question or Q&A.
Thank you, Faith. And just I want to mention again, it was faithturner@live.ca.
Yes.
Okay, perfect. So just wait a second. I don't think there's any questions yet. I have a question. So we've got how to connect with you already. You've already covered that. So who is this program suited for? What audience do you recommend?
It's suited for children and youth and families. I also wanted to share that you could use a basket with self-regulation tools in the classroom or in your office. We can have all different kinds of things in here. There's cedar sticks. You know, with children, they naturally, you know, pick up sticks and they pick up rocks, and they're good for them to hold on to, like especially if they're nervous or they have anxiety. Especially like to have in their pocket a little one, not really a big one, but there's birch bark, shells, feathers. You can put feathers in there, moose hide. There's all different kinds of feathers. With the feathers, you can do a feather exercise where you have them take deep breaths and you blow and have them catch it. I think that's it for that.
Perfect. So I have another question. Besides that workshop that you had already presented and shared there, where else could we find resources with this program or anything related to this?
I can be reached by email, takecareofyourlight.com. I have worksheets that I'm uploading to Etsy, various worksheets, and that Take Care of Your Light as well. You could just search that on Etsy. Oh, I have this has a link tree. I don't know if anybody can. It was on the slides, but I don't know if anyone can scan that. Possibly.
Okay. Perfect. Great. Do we have any other questions from the audience before we close off? We're a little bit early, so we do have some time still. Is there anything, Faith, that you can think to share still since we've got some time? Or
I think that's all I have right now. If they want, I've been preparing these, like, because we've had to, you know, work mostly through videos or phone calls with our students and clients. And so I've been preparing land-based coping kits, and you can have a small stone in there, a feather, cedar. The cedar can be used, you can use it to ground yourself, or it could be written, like it could be on, the exercises could be put on little pieces of paper, and then they can be put, put into little bags and hung on their doors, like if you can't have contact with them. I find this helps a lot, especially right now when they're having a lot of you know, they're separated a lot and isolated a lot, and it's just good to always link to the land if you can.
Well, that's really great. Those I'm assuming you can find on the Etsy store.
I actually, the TCL initiatives, this is what I prepare for youth and unhoused youth as well. I send them to Ottawa and I give them to children in care to help them use land-based coping tools. But I can explain more and share more through email, or I'll have the exercises uploaded as well.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much. Is there any more questions before we move on? Just wait a second and see. Okay, so thank you again very much, Faith. And like you said, you can be reached at faithturner@live.ca if anyone has any questions or wants to get a hold of any resources or learn how to put together those really neat coping kits. Oh, and sorry, what was the website again? It was findyourlight.com.
Takecareofyourlight.com.
Oh, takecareofyourlight.com.
Mhm.
So takecareofyourlight.com.
Right.
Perfect. Thank you again so much, Faith. So everybody else will hang back for a second. We're going to have our tech team is going to pull up the word for this session. It's our play to win code for this one is discover. So please write that down. Make sure you enter it by the end of the day today, preferably on the break. Get it done and over with right away so you're in that draw. And we are going to now then go into the trade show. I believe that starts at 2:30. So you got a little bit of time. We finished a little bit earlier. So right now we're going to have tech play a video on how that trade show works.
On the left menu navigation, select exhibitors to enter the trade show. From the list of companies and organizations, select the one you would like to learn more about. On their page, they'll have a description, potentially a video, event sessions that they are a part of, their company representatives, attachments like brochures and resources, and links to their website, social media, and phone number. You can select a company representative to message them directly or set up a meeting time. To speak to them live during the trade show, click the Talk to Us Live button and you will be redirected to a virtual meeting platform. Follow the steps that come up on your screen and you will be given an opportunity to talk directly to the host on the other side. When you are done asking questions and chatting with the exhibitor, you can click to leave the meeting. Once you have left the meeting, navigate back to our virtual event platform. If you would like to save the exhibitor for later, select Add to Favorites. Then you can navigate back to the rest of the exhibitors using the menu in the top left corner.
Okay, so Faith, if you're still with us, the takecareofyourlight.com URL wasn't working. Do you have that to share in the chat? Or maybe she's gone already. Oh, okay. Well, we'll see if we can find it and pass it on. If not, like again, just message her at her email faithturner@live.ca. All right, well, thank you, everybody. If you need further assistance accessing the trade show, just connect with the help desk under the event information on the main event page.